Hey guys, it's Linda Winter of Winter Designs. So I want to go back and talk about dumplings. I did a video called Let's Make Dumplings, and it's not dumplings in the kitchen, but it's dumplings like this. So in that video, I showed you a whole lot of stuff and lots of steps, but I want to take it a step further. I had some really great questions. Shirley Hall, thank you very much. And a few others of you reached out to me with some more particular questions, and I thought, great time to do a second video on this. I also have the 5-inch now in stock, and I want to show you what that looks like. 5-inch, 6-inch, 7-inch, and you notice this is black and this is brown. The no slip is the no slip on the back side. That's our no slip. I'm not going to be teaching you how to make the dumplings here. I just want to go over a few things that will help you out if you watch that other video. If you haven't watched that other video, go watch that first, then come back and watch this one. So 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. I don't have a 9. If y'all want a 9, let me know and I'll make a 9 for you. But I think these are great sizes. You can see the 5-inch. This actually was made by a customer. Thank you very much. She made this one with the template that she created out of that plastic, which means that every time you cut, it's going to slip a little bit. So that's why I created the 5-inch for her and for all of you. And it's been really popular too. So 5-inch, and if you notice here, I've colored in, let me bring that back over. I've colored in with a metallic Sharpie. I've got the 7 right here. Do you see? It's hard to see. If I turn it, you might be able to see it. It's engraved there. But we sell the metallic Sharpies. I have in a silver and a gold for you. And I've also got a rose gold too. So you can buy those if you want to be able to color them. But, you know, it's up to you. So this guy here, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10, I want to be able to take a look and show you a little bit more. So the 5-inch, the 6-inch, the 7-inch, the 8-inch, and the 10-inch. So we're talking zippers. Zippers are the big thing here, because when you look at this right here, times 2, this area here times 2 is what I need. So when I look at this, I have 1, 2. So times 2, I shouldn't really say, but that is going to go around here. And when I look to see, you can see I need a little bit more hanging off and hanging off. Let's see if I can show that. That it needs to curve around, and I need a little bit more hanging off. When that gives me that little bit of excess, then I've got comfort. Comfort in that sewing process. Doing curves is not the simplest thing to do. I showed in the video a little bit of some trickery that you can do as well, but you want to have a zipper a little bit longer than what it is that you need. So what I've done was I created a chart for you, and that chart is going to be on my Facebook page, and it's also going to be on my website as well. So this chart is going to give you the minimum zipper length. Now I said minimum. That doesn't mean that's the size to buy. So the 5-inch dumpling, this little guy here, you can see 14 inches is the minimum. So why not go ahead and go on up to the 16? If you've got a 14.5, and if you're a risk taker or you're comfortable with doing zippers, then you can go ahead and go with that 14. The 6-inch, we have a 16. The 7-inch, we need an 18 minimum. And the 8-inch, a 20. The 10-inch, 26. I'm going to show you a way to get around all of this stuff so you don't have to buy each of these zippers like I've done here. I've got 3 zippers for you. And again, when I look at this, you can see not anywhere close is that going to work. When I go to the next length that I have right here in front of me, then you can see with the 7-inch that I have, that I'm good to go. I've got extra and extra, and even if I use a longer zipper, no big deal. If you're going to use a longer zipper, then give yourself about what you think is the extra that you need right there. And then when you get over to here, you can cut that little piece off when you finish sewing, and then you can use that part as a little zipper pull. I've got tabs here, not a zipper pull, but as a little tab. You can place this in the side here. I don't know if you guys have seen me do that before, but you can use that as the handle. So that's kind of a nice thing to do if you've got zippers a little bit longer. I said I'm going to show you how to avoid that completely, and the way to avoid that completely is to buy stuff like this. Zippers by the roll. When you have zippers by the roll, you can see this is metallic. When you've got this by the roll, you use what it is that you need, and then you cut it and you add your zipper tab. They sell zipper tabs in all different styles. The zipper width right here, that's your number. When you're looking at zippers, that's the width of your teeth. We're only talking about the length today, but you can buy zippers by the yard, by the inch, by the whatever. So that's really a great way to go about that. Okay, so let's take a look at the process. And again, you can see I've laid out the samples for you, to me, a little bit more clearly, so you can see which size of the dumpling that you like. All right, so let's take a look. When you've cut your dumpling, here's the dumpling here. And again, you're going to use that no slip. By the way, I've got a polar fleece here that's a fusible, and it's pretty thick. If you're not comfortable with the rotary cutter cutting in, remember those cut marks are there. There's the cut mark and the cut mark. That allows you to cut and get that really nice finished corner there. You know, if you didn't have those cut marks, you'd be cutting, and I'll turn it to the back, you'd be cutting to right about here and cutting to right about here, and you wouldn't be able to cut that corner in. You'd have to go in and cut with scissors. So those cut marks are really a big deal. But if you're not comfortable with your rotary cutter, you can use a pen or a pencil or whatever kind of marker that you want. And you basically would just go ahead and draw here and find one that writes on that material that you have enough that you can go in and see it. And then you can do all the cutting around. Do your cutting first and then go draw in with a pencil or something. So that will help you out. All right, so let's get back to this. When I'm looking at this right here, we're going to be adding the zipper to one side. You can decide if you want to do the zipper, and you'll see it in the video. Are we going to put the zipper and then add the lining, or add the outside, whichever fabric you're doing, and sewing them together? Or if you're going to do one side, the back or the lining, the outside or the lining at a time, or add your 2 layers with that zipper in the middle. Totally up to you. But when you're looking at what it is you need here, we're basically just doing that rough estimate. If you want to do your own estimates, I've got this tape measure around my neck, and we're going to be looking to see what is the minimum that I need. I want to have a little bit of excess. 2 inches is a good way to start, but you don't have to. And I'm just going to follow that around. And I like these fabric ones. I've done the measuring for you, but if you just want to trust yourself on that, you can see 16. Remember I said minimum 14 because I gave you 2 inches here, 2 inches here, but I didn't give you the 2 inches here. So this says to make your life simpler, I recommend going to the next larger zipper. But if you're a risk taker, go for it. So 14, I'd really do a 16. So you guys get your tape measure out and do your own judgment based on how much you trust your zipper skills. So use the tape measure that you've got there. You can see this is going to be completely different than this. So let's take a look here. We did the zipper here, and you can see how much excess there is here and excess there is here. When we're going to be sewing these together, that boxed bottom that's here, because we got that great cut from the dumpling template, we're going to be bringing this together. We're going to be bringing this in, and when we sew, all of that zipper is excess. So do you see why I listed 14 on here? If you give yourself 2 inches extra, we're wasting all of this. But how comfortable are you with your zipper skills? So you decide, do I want the extra just because it's going to make my life easier? Or are you a cheapskate and you don't want to have a bigger zipper than you need? Or you only have a certain size zipper in stock. But when you finish that side, when you finish this side, you're going to again look at all of that excess that you're cutting off, that excess. Let's come back over here. You can see this one, the side is done, and all that excess, let's go over to this other side, all that excess, we're bringing this together, and all that excess there is being cut off. So you make the decision on how you want to do it. So when it comes to zippers, I've gone in, and in each of these dumplings, I added some zippers. And on the 8-inch, my chart has 8-inch, 20-inch, but you notice I also said 22. And again, by the zipper or by the yard, so that's not an issue at all. So you decide. So all of these measurements here are minimums for you. So that was the question that Shirley had asked me. And again, I thought it was a great question that I wanted to share with you. Then I had another question on not only the dumplings, but somebody asked it about my storage pods too, the bottoms. Are the boxed bottoms all the same? You can see this is from the 8-inch that I have over here. This is a 7-inch. Do you see how they're not the same? They're all proportionate. When I answered the question, I said they're all proportionate for the size of the dumpling. The whole idea of the dumpling is wide open. When I open this wide open, there's my 7-inch in there. You can see how wide that goes and how much I can fit in there. This bottom that I created down there, that box bottom, I did it at a width that I really felt like would hold the most of your stuff, but not stunt this, so it was really dumpy and short, but it was going to give it a nice consistent bottom. So we've got the 8-inch here, we've got the 7-inch here, we've got the 6-inch. Let's see if I can do all of these. So 8, 7, 6. And we've got the 5. And again, remember this one here, Linda Olson did that one. It's not really from the template that I made, but it's the closest one. She made me a bunch of them. Thank you, Linda. So sweet. All right, so you can see this is the 10-inch. It's got a nice big bottom, and that side really opens up nice. That's the 8-inch. That's the 7-inch. That's the 6-inch. And this is the 5-inch. They're proportionate, but they're nowhere near the same. And that comes from that measurement that's down here in the template, built into the template. When you look at this right here, see how this is a little bit taller than this is? This is if you wanted to add a seam allowance. You don't have to. In the way that I showed you in the videos, you don't need to. So you don't need a seam allowance here. You don't need a seam allowance on the other side. Why would I want a seam allowance? If I've got fabric that's directional, then I'd want to put my seam allowance down here, so fabric that's going this way, fabric that's going this way, so that when it closes up and it looks cute, that's this one right over here. I don't have a directional fabric here, but you can see if I did, those butterflies would be going in the right direction, and they'd be going in the right direction here too. So I hope that helps. I wanted to give you a little bit more information on the dumplings so you can go, let's make dumplings. We're not in the kitchen, we're in the sewing room. I hope you have a great time with this. Be sure to check out that first video. Remember, I've got 200 plus videos on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I just gave away a $360 something bundle to one person on YouTube and one person on Facebook by subscribing and liking and following and all of that good stuff. So if you haven't done that yet, do that again, or do that for me, and then the next time I do a giveaway, you might be my lucky winners. So Facebook is Winner Designs for Sewing and Quilting, or if you're going to type in the www, it's Linda Winner Designs. So my YouTube channel, I already mentioned, youtube.com Linda Videos. You can search by Linda Videos. My Facebook, Winner Designs for Sewing and Quilting, or you can go right to the web address, facebook.com Linda Winner Designs. Winner Designs is my website. To get to the actual products, click on Products and Templates. And remember, I always have discount codes. If you're not sure about a discount code, go read some of the text below all of my videos. You'll see in some of those descriptions that I have, you'll find discount codes. Go check me out on Facebook, and you'll see if you go back to previous posts that I've had, I'll put a discount code in there. So go check out those things if you're interested. And if you don't want to do any of that, pick up the phone and call me or text me, Linda, what's the discount code? And I'll be glad to help you out. Phone is always better than email, so give me a call. My phone number is down here as well. You can find it all over my website, all on my Facebook page, everything. So let's make dumplings. Go have fun and have success with these zippers too. Thanks for watching.